binary mechanics is absolutely right. At the nth scale, when you come down to splitting the atom and understanding hydrogen binding energy as a surface tension inversion in motion with a retrograde causality of time caused by electricity running backwards and meeting the elastic wave going forwards in the elastica of the planet, you see that there must be a binary mechanism of a tick. A -1 tick takes place of a clockwise rotation. Part of this whole mechanism of twist and continuous stretching does actually break. The wave function does collapse in a -1 tick. That -1 tick is the rigid body instant, and in the motion of time, the perception, the arrow of time, that is continuing to shatter and then remake. So the instant is the rigid body instant within the moment duration of Planck's constant, that tiny 6.6260715 times 10 to the -34 real seconds duration of the moment, bending moment, same number, Newton meters second squared. But the key is the elastic energy of the vis viva, the twist that remains. And so the elastic plastic modulus of the surface tension of hydrogen binding energy is EI. So this is E equals mc squared expanded. So that's EI, elastic plastic modulus, equals the solid modulus. So there's your inertial frame of reference in your mc squared. But there's the mass is the mass doesn't exist. The mass is the Higgs boson. The mass is the arena in which this takes place, and that's bending. And so now you've got bending force of entropy at its limit of the dimension measurable in meters of homogeneous temperature. It's a sphere of homogeneous temperature is the limit of entropy, S meter for the centroid of bending, and that's the solid modulus. And you analyze it through JKC, you've differentiated, because the square is not just a square, it's a magic square, literally the magic square. It has orthogonal action of twist JK. So the higher power is the JK, and you just differentiate that down, and your equation is JKC. So J, elastic twist energy anti-clockwise, K, temperature, viscosity, right-handed rotation, that's the -1 tick. C, the actual measurable duration of the speed of light. There's your constant, but it's variable. Okay? It's always there. That's a very valuable thing you can measure, and that's 2d I squared. And that I squared is root of -2. And that brings you back to the start of the Fibonacci sequence, and off you go, build your mathematics from there. Wow, I wasn't going to do all that. All that incredible mechanism is binary, plus or minus. Go back to the image of Thoth's Beak and just see a north-south pole vector axis about an east-west circumferential frame, fixed frame, tilted at an angle 137 arc seconds, plus or minus twist. So J over K, plus over minus. And that's choice, free will. So you've got to choose. So if the behavior of the water, because all that thing, that hydrogen binding energy, is the description of the behavior of water at atomic scale, at nuclear molecular scale. So splitting the atom, there's nothing inside except force. You just have to then come back out to the surface of the molecule and analyze it as surface tension, and you discover that Earth's the center of the universe. It's binary. Binary choice, plus or minus. Now, at the moment, we've been forced into Satan's little season by God. He's allowed this to happen because it's essential that at the end of the epoch, the planet is as negative as possible. We've got the advantage of the reinforced concrete elastic bands gripping the planet that we were going to destroy in one go with a press of the button, the 9/11 button, the microwave weapon, which will turn off the cement and it will vaporize. And so we need to go to the hills and get safe and be in a safe place while we destroy the reinforced concrete for that period. It will settle, won't take long. The dust will clear, and we can come out and fix the planet. And we need to, because the iridium sphere of Atlas is going to be heading straight towards us. And then we will burst with love for Christ. Because Christ is coming home. We need to be ready for him to build a nest for Christ to be laid in. You know, the manger, we are going to construct it on our pulverized world that we created of love. It's going to be wonderful. shockwave of the negative magnetic charge, I call it, quality. It's a quality of magnetism, is the magnetic charge, plus or minus. That quality vanishes from the planet and vanishes like a shockwave. It just evaporates as vapor, as a vapor layer moves out from the planet into space as a sphere, as the iridium sphere comes towards us. And the iridium sphere is attracted to our current magnetic charge, negative. So if we've changed the positive in the inter-iridium period, when it comes from behind the sun, it will go into orbit instead. The magnetic pole switch will run through on the planet. We'll all die and then be reborn on new Earth, rebuilt for us by our God. Carry this wisdom, this knowledge, this love with you across the veil when you die, and you'll be safe. You'll know who you are on the other side. Christ is your King, and nothing else matters. That's who you are, the lover of Christ. Yeah. Get ready for the future. Have you had enough information yet? Quality of light is magnetic charge. Plus or minus is binary. It's either there or there. It's 616 or 666. Reynolds number. Follow the Rebel King.